Since time immemorial, humans have waged war. Some scholars believe these wars are started over limited resources, religions, or possibly the rule of threes. Two comics from Houston, Texas believe that all strife comes from one group of people looking at another group of people and thinking, that group's hats are silly, and I hate them. Welcome to Silly Hats, a history podcast, with your hosts Will Loden and Nick Palermo.
Welcome to Silly Hats. We're your hosts. That's Will Loden.
And over there is Nick Palermo.
Hey.
And we have a theory. We have a very good theory. Nick,
We do. It's philosophy.
It's philosophy.
Philosophy.
Yeah, I was trying to explain it this weekend when I was out of town in South Padre Island, and those people didn't quite get it.
We're in tracking.
Yeah. But what's the theory?
So our philosophy.
Philosophy.
Can't stress that enough.
Philosophia.
I cannot stress that enough. Is that all human conflict boils down to one group of people looking at another group of people and being like, those are dumb hats. Give us all of your things.
Yep. And the other group of people going, nah, dog.
You think our hats are dumb?
Look at your stupid.
Have you seen a fucking mirror? Maybe not, depending on what year we're talking about.
Glass wasn't invented until the Egyptians did it 1,000 years ago.
We cover a vast period of time, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah. I think it was 500 BC for those of you who get mad on the,
Oh, really?
on the forums. Yes. Yeah.
In the forums.
On the forums. We've got a
The
huge
Silly Hats
following.
forums?
Yeah. But today we're actually going to be recapping. This is our first two-part episode
First
we've ever
two-part.
tried to do.
Woo!
Talking about
Not tried, we're accomplishing.
yeah, that's true. Tried and failed. Thanks. What are you, my Marine Corps sergeant?
Have a little more confidence,
There is
Loden.
no try, boy.
No, look up when you walk, Loden.
There is only do and do not. But yeah, no, we're gonna recap the Punic Wars, which is a war that has three parts. It's over 100 years long, and so it takes a little time to tell. First Punic War started in 264 BC. Basically, they were Rome had not yet become the empire that we know and love dearly. And they were just a little city state in the Western Mediterranean Sea, and a bigger city state that was over there was based in North Africa in what is now Tunisia. The Carthaginians. They were also called the Phocicans.
Yeah, a lot of weird stuff with the names.
A lot of weird stuff with the names. They got into beef over hats in Sicily.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Known for beef. Sicily.
This has been happening for thousands of years.
Blood soaked.
Yeah. That's why they grow such good
That's
agriculture.
why the pasta sauce is so rich.
Yeah, exactly. All the iron. And so they got into a big old fight over hats and trade, and they fought for about 25 years. Both
A good Afghanistan.
Yeah. Classic. Both sides were exhausted by the end of the first war. Like the Romans got the shit kicked out of them for a while. But say what you want about they keep coming back for more. If you show disrespect, you will keep getting
in their neighborhood. Where they're from.
Waves upon waves of Romans keep coming.
Vinny and Nicky.
Vinny and Nicky.
How many Vinnies? A lot of Vinnies. So many Vinnies.
And they were like, oh, you Carthaginians are good at boats? Well, we're going to steal one of your boats, and now we'll make you boats.
I like the accent.
Thanks. I've been working on it.
It's very authentic. It makes me feel at home.
There we go. Perfect. And so, yeah, they got into a fight for 25 years. Exhausted. The Carthaginians asked for a loan from the pharaohs in Egypt. That got denied. So they sued for peace.
Paperwork for peace.
Yeah, exactly.
So silly.
That's bureaucracy for peace.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, guns don't work. Get out the red tape.
Yeah, exactly. Classic. That's a classic move. They sued for peace, and Rome was like, all right, you're going to give us Sicily, and we're not going to fight no more. And then a couple of years later, during the the interbellum, as the term is called, Carthage was like, all right, we can't fight for Sicily, we better invade Spain. And then the Romans go, not so fast, my friend.
We like that part too.
Yeah,
It's like That's us.
Yeah, that's gonna be ours too.
We want to take it.
Yeah, and Hannibal's father, Hannibal Barca, his father, on his he was dying, and his son was, I think, 7. Hannibal was 7. He was like, always fight the Romans.
I feel like a lot of people say that on their deathbed.
Yeah.
Go after the Italians.
Exactly. And Hannibal took that to heart, and
well, you take anything to heart when you're that young,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like that's your only memory. You're gonna stick with it,
right?
you know?
Yeah, no, that's
You're like, well, I bet he was wrong that one time. I remember him.
right. He couldn't have been wrong.
Yeah.
He never hugged me,
Yeah.
but it was it's kind of like the reason I drink black coffee, because my granddad told me if I added sugar I was gay, and so.
It's a lot of reasons people are just drinking bitter shit they don't like because
Yeah.
their grandpa called them gay.
Yeah.
Whatever, I'm a man
Yeah,
now.
exactly. I better be mean to my brother if he wants a latte. And so Hannibal took that to heart. He became a general. He was fighting in Spain. He built up an army of people. And he got a lot of the local tribes who hated the Romans, because they decided we need to go attack the Romans on their home soil. Now, how do we get there? All right.
Boats.
No, my friend. We're going to march over the Alps with what?
Oh.
That's right. War elephants. We're going to bring this is
hell yeah.
Yeah.
War elephants again.
Yeah. This is in the second Punic War. So Hannibal brings war elephants and a bunch of people over the Alps and starts beating the Romans' asses. Now,
Damn. They didn't see a bunch of elephants coming over a mountain? You think that'd be pretty hard to miss. Like, what the fuck is that?
yeah. Coming over the Swiss Alps. So, like yodel, like, no, this isn't a yodel. That's
no. I see tusks.
Yeah.
There's way more tusks in the Alps today.
right. A lot of ivory up here for some reason.
Rain and ivory all of
Yeah.
a sudden.
Yeah. Hannibal wins huge. He crushes 2 huge.
Because they're elephants.
Right. And the Romans had never dealt with elephants before.
Who has in a war capacity?
In a war capacity in Italy. Yeah.
They eat a lot of fish, not a lot of big game.
Yeah, exactly. Not a lot of big game in the Po River Valley. And so Hannibal, he has 2 huge victories at Cana and at Lake. Tresame. I don't know. And Rome is freaking out, and they're like, what do we do? What do we do? All right, we're going to elect a dictator. Dictator, of course, means a different thing. They elect this guy named Fabian, and Fabian, what does he decide to do? Not engage Hannibal. He was like,
What do we do? What do we do? Nothing. We didn't have to do this. Anyone could have told us to do nothing.
Keep getting our shit kicked in actual battle. So why don't we try to pin him into a corner? Maybe make sure that he can't get food. Let's fuck up his supply lines. Let's do all these different things. Also, the hats are stupid. And there are a bunch of different hats on the Carthaginian side. They've got some guys from Libya, the Numidians is what they were called at the time. They've got some Iberians, which is the Spanish at the time. Some Celts, which is
some inter-hat relationships.
Yeah. A lot of guys with silly hats on one side, and then Roman hats on the other side.
Yeah.
So they're trying to fuck with their supply lines. Hannibal does some really cool stuff where he's just burning the countryside. And not burning any of Fabian's mansions, and so everyone.
Smart. God.
Yeah, and so the Romans this fucking guy's working with the fucking.
This fucking guy. He's probably got an elephant back there.
Yep. Meanwhile, in Spain, because there's still
Did this guy do that previously too?
Hannibal?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's always
same trick.
Dude, he's done a lot of tricks like that. So he
and things don't spread. No social media.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
It's not a meme.
Dude, yeah. Exactly.
It still works.
You don't constantly have to generate content if there's no internet.
You can still Trojan horse someone several years later.
You can still Trojan horse people until we started till the Gutenberg printing press.
Yeah.
He would do the same trick. He did the same trick at the Battle of Lake Tresame and the Battle of Cana too, to where he had the middle of his line real soft, so the Romans would charge forward and then they'd get surrounded and then just get murdered.
Yeah.
And yeah,
They're like, this seems too easy.
yeah, exactly. No, but they were like, look at us doing real good. And then the cavalry.
We're pretty dope, though. Oh, no, I think we're just awesome.
No, we're surrounded.
Oh, shit.
And, and so meanwhile in Spain, there's this young Roman general by the name of Publius Cornelius Scipio. And that's a funny name. First off, yeah.
Probably not as if you say it properly. It's
Publius Cornelius Scipio? I don't know. Like, no.
You're right. That's funny.
Yeah. He becomes a very famous general. He beats the shit out of Hannibal's brother Hasdrubal, because that's easy to remember.
Terrible names.
Hannibal is just bouncing around, destroying the middle of the Roman Empire.
Did you say younger brother or older?
Yeah,
brother?
younger brother.
Okay.
Younger brother.
It's like, pick it up, baby bro.
Yeah, and so Fabian's not working. So, like the Jacksonville Jaguars, they fire their head coach Fabian. All right, they're looking for a new head coach.
Okay.
They decide that Scipio is going to run this. All right, so he brings his undefeated Roman army, and he's just like, how can we beat Hannibal? Should you go back to Italy, or? And Scipio goes, nah, let's go to their home turf. They've been
Yeah.
he can't he has to bring his army back home if we're fucking up his home, right? And so Scipio decides to bring his army to Africa, to what is now Tunisia. He starts a civil war with some of Carthage's allies in Africa, the Numidians, and they put a puppet king up. They put
a proxy civil war.
Yeah, I don't know if we've ever heard that before.
I think we should do, what episodes haven't we heard a proxy civil war in?
Exactly.
I think it's every single one.
Exactly.
And that's funny. We were just saying, you could still do the meme thing. Oh, because we have social media. It still works. All this shit still works.
What is the Mujahideen?
Yeah.
It was to bankrupt the Russians. They
insurgent tactics always work.
Yeah, insurgent tactics until they fight you later, which will inevitably happen.
With insurgent tactics.
Yeah. So this Numidian king named Syphax, I'm gonna get roasted for just mispronouncing everyone's name. But there is an old quote that so you either know correctly. It's a classic history joke. You either correctly or incorrectly learn how to mispronounce Latin. Yeah. Anyway,
I'll put the laughs.
Yeah,
I'll put claps and laughs.
Just bow.
They enjoyed it.
Yeah. They put this guy Massinissa on the throne. They beat a guy named Syphax. They kill a bunch of people who are Carthaginian. Scipio is really good at this thing where he doesn't like fighting pitched battles. He would rather attack you at night while you're sleeping, which is another reoccurring theme.
Again, this is just, it's just smart. You're fighting for your fucking life here. You know, what are you like? We died, but it was fair.
Right, exactly.
Okay, well, our kids are still dead, so I don't know.
Right, exactly. So they, after they start killing people, they force Hannibal out of Italy, and he comes back home to Africa. So then they get on these plains outside of Carthage, and the Carthaginians, they're trading folk. They would rather sail around
plains.
the ocean.
You mean like a flat?
Surface.
Okay.
Like a flat surface full of wheat.
I was gonna say, not plains.
No. Yeah, not an incline. Plain.
All right.
Yeah, not Plane.
Far more spelling than I thought there was going to
be. So Hannibal comes back with as much of his army as he can bring. See, he had a bunch of mercenaries and people who were from Europe, and he was like,
they want to align with a winner,
right? Well, and the Gauls and the Celts and the Iberians, they were happy to fuck up Rome, but like, we're not gonna go to North Africa to fight these guys. We'd rather.
Yeah.
We've got enough loot and plunder. We're going home. So, like,
Loot and Plunder, great band name.
Yeah. That just reminds me of Captain Planet. But Hannibal brings all of the Carthaginian regulars home. They get inside the walls of Carthage. It was a huge city at the time.
Like, that was fucking crazy. Huh?
Yeah, that was wild. Woo. That was crazy. So then they have this battle at the Battle of Zama. Now, Scipio had gotten reports on how Hannibal liked to fight.
Mm-hmm.
And so he changed the game for the Romans. Instead of lining up 3 lines like the Romans normally do and march forward.
Like idiots.
Yeah. Well, they lost a bunch.
Really?
Yeah, because of that. And so he set them up more like a phalanx, which is a Greek like square. So with
What's a
opening.
Greek square? What does that mean?
A
How is it
phalanx-
different from a normal square?
It's gayer. No.
Anal sex. There's butt fucking in this square.
Well, so it's a normal square, but they like where you interlock shields, but you leave room in between the interlocked like units, so that they can just step aside when the elephants come through. And then they had like light cavalry. Basically, he came up with a better game plan to fight Hannibal.
Gotcha.
And they had figured out that like elephants get scared by horse blood. I think we talked about that
Oh,
last
yeah.
time. Yeah.
What a horror show. Like, how there's not been a horror movie about that?
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
Whipping horse blood around?
no, you ride out with 2 horses,
Yeah.
murder one of them, and then hop on the living horse and run away. Just hoping that the elephant will like stomp and get scared and not do stuff.
I call that a Tunisian escape.
Not the sex move. Hey, there we go.
Both are illegal in 48 states. Georgia and Alaska. Those are the 2s that are...
The Battle of Zama, the Roman historians call it the Roman Cana. Cana was a massacre of Roman troops. Scipio beats Hannibal for the first time, and the Carthaginians have to go and they retreat into Carthage. Usually, when this happens, historically with the Romans, after they beat you in the field and then they get to your city, they burn that motherfucker to the ground.
Yeah. What, are you going to leave it standing?
Yeah, for some reason. Yeah.
So insurance fraud fire.
Yeah. The
As
insurance.
far back as Italians go.
That's what we call raising a city. It's proto-insurance fraud. Scipio, he's a fascinating historical character because he actually negotiates with the Carthaginians after he beats them. So instead of burning them to the ground, he's like, hey, couple of things. We're taking all of your territories. So now we have Spain. Now we have the rest of northern Africa besides like your surrounding territory. Y'all can keep trading. Y'all have to give us wheat now because we've got a bunch of really poor people in Rome that need free grain.
Yeah.
So you're going to give us that. You're going to pay us a bunch of money in perpetuity. And we'll let you live. How does that sound? And after you've been beaten, you go, yeah, all right, cool. Oh, also, you Carthaginians, you can't do anything without asking us first. You can't go to war. You can't do jack shit.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, we're conquered. I get it.
Yeah,
So
we're
standard conquering.
Yeah.
This is like a boilerplate
This is
template of a conqueror.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's
Paying
exactly.
tributes, the wheat.
Yeah.
Wheat's in the template.
Yeah.
It's an old template.
That's an old template. Luckily, we have wheat. We would do corn if it was the New World, but we haven't invented that yet.
We don't have mirrors.
Yeah. And so Scipio does this, and then the Romans get up and go home. Now, this is the end of the Second Punic War. Carthage is not a superpower. Rome has a bunch of provinces now. Oh, they got Corsica too, a little island north of Sicily. And the Romans go home. The Roman Senate, furious about this.
Yeah.
Angry, even though like it actually helps. I think it was one of Genghis Khan's advisors said dead men can't pay taxes. The Roman Senate wanted them dead. So this is when like Cato the Elder, He would
Okay.
get up at every Senate meeting, and even if he was talking about like fixing an aqueduct or like doing something, he would end, like we should give more grain to poor people. He would end every one of his speeches with "Carthage must be destroyed," and then he would sit down.
That's so funny. The stoplights on Maine are out, and Carthage must be destroyed.
Yeah, exactly. Where he's just like, yeah. Hi, Cato the Elder. Here to debate the Senate budget right now. I have qualms with A, B, and C. Oh yeah, Carthage must be destroyed.
I'm thinking cold cuts for lunch.
Yeah.
Also, Carthage must be destroyed.
Infuriated Cato the Elder. So Scipio is hated by Cato the Elder. He comes home, Scipio, after beating Hannibal, who scared the shit out of all the Romans. He gets a big parade. Some people are saying, you should be dictator for life. And he's like, nah, I'm cool. They're like, do you want to be in the Senate? He goes, nah, I'm just going to go farm now. Like, it's wild. Yeah.
They're George Washington.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, I'm going to go farm now. I'm going to
It's wild how there's like a guy like that, It's
Yeah.
just like randomly like a dude like that. It's like, we really needed that. That was wild.
Yeah.
No one's like that.
Yeah, I know. Like,
Weird that you did that.
right, yeah. So where are you going? I live by the sea now.
Yeah.
You know.
All right.
Yeah. What else you gonna do?
So you're not gonna like enslave us or something?
Nah, I'm good. I won. Hey, no, he actually liked Hannibal. He appointed Hannibal as the like lead patriarch of the city of Carthage when he left, and everyone goes, "What the fuck?"
Hannibal's like, this is some sort of weird trick. Because if it was me, it'd be a trick. I would kill you.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Exactly. Hannibal doesn't stay patriarch of the city for long. He actually flees to Syria to help the Syrians fight the Romans. So he takes his hate in
He's
Rome.
like, they're soft.
Yeah.
They didn't kill
Yeah,
me.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Flies away.
Really, a lot of conflicts in history could have been stopped if they just didn't give people a second chance.
See, this is you. Hannibal.
Am I taking the wrong message?
I don't know. I really don't know yet.
Because my message from every episode so far is they should have killed him.
Just kill everybody.
It's always like a dude. It's like this one guy. If they just would have, he's not gonna stop trying to conquer.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just not. That's
Right.
who he is.
Well, to me, and I know you hate sports, but I'm going to make the sports analogy. It's like Hannibal got fired from his head coaching job as the general for the Carthaginians, so he picked up a defensive coordinating job in Syria, where he was just like an advisor to these kings. They're like, "How do we fight the Romans?" He's like, "What's up? I can
Yeah.
I can do that."
But like on their rival team.
yeah, exactly, exactly. He goes home. Scipio goes home and retires. Hannibal keeps talking mad shit. Cato the Elder still says Carthage must be destroyed. And the interbellum, and before the Third Punic War, it's 50 years. So now everyone from our story's dead.
That's so crazy. And it started back up.
Yeah, exactly.
Give it a rest, fellas.
I wouldn't really call it the third one a war, more as it's a mass genocide.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
A revenge-acide.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. This is honestly, it's kind of like the Iraqi war, where it's just like George Bush Sr. invaded Iraq, and then his son was like, "All right, let's do this for real. Let's finish this." So yeah, like I said earlier, part of the Carthage negotiations, they have no overseas holdings. They can't fight without the Romans' permission, and they can't raise an army. So they're pretty weak. And so the Numidians that the Romans put up as a proxy guy, Messiana, they just start taking Carthage's cookies. They just start taking their stuff. But the Carthaginians, they're
slapping their books out of there.
Yeah. But the Carthaginians are they're like smart dorks, who like, because they're seafaring trading people. So they built a bunch of trading ships. They were trading with like Greeks and Romans.
They're
and
worldly.
Spanish.
Worldly.
Yeah. They
They're
traded.
port folk.
Yeah, they're port folk. Yeah, they're a Jimmy Buffett song.
Pork folk, also not a bad band name.
Port folk is, so they're trading. They pay back the Romans what they owed them. They paid all of this stuff back. They're still giving them grain. They're prosperous again. which infuriated the Romans. And the Numidians, who literally started being pirates. They basically like they were just chilling outside of Carthage's port, and
That's
just
pretty
like
cool.
yeah, just
Were
like
they the
taking-
first pirates?
I don't think they were the first pirates. Like
All right.
yeah, no.
You don't have to think too much about it. I was just wondering.
Piracy's been going on for a long
yeah,
time.
I figured.
And so the Numidians, they keep pirating the Carthaginians. They go to the Romans and they're like, "Hey, can we please fight these people?" And the Romans go, "Nah, brah, you can't. Straight up, dog, you cannot."
Nope. They're just gonna take your shit.
Yeah. We're just gonna have to figure it out without violence is not the answer. And they're like, "But we need."
Violence is not the answer. Now shut up, or we'll be very violent.
Yeah, exactly.
Making you shut up. I know it's convoluted. Just shut the fuck up. No is the answer.
Right.
Doesn't matter why. I said so.
I said so.
It's a parent-son. It's a parent-kid relationship.
Exactly. And then finally, the Carthaginians had enough with it, and they raised an army, and they beat off the Numidians.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and then there had some more weaponry there.
Yeah. And then, what
did you need to do that?
Yeah. What did Daddy Rome say? Did Daddy Rome say there's no violence in his house? Well, the only way we can respond to violence that we said you not have
Yeah.
is to take our belt off.
Overwhelming violence.
Yeah, exactly. So the Romans send Scipio Africanus's adopted grandson. The Romans had some weird adoption stuff.
Okay.
Like
yeah.
if it's a weird patriarchal thing.
Adopted grand. Okay.
Yeah, if basically like the Romans, if they thought you were cool, they would adopt you, and so you could get their last name. Like it's
if they
this
thought
weird.
if they thought you were cool, they'd take you.
Yeah.
This is really cool. I want that one. Take it for me. You get this real cool last name. I want my family. Well, I like my last name, and
you
want
to wear
to
a
have
purple
it.
toga? You want to wear a purple toga and be a part of the Senate? Huh? You don't just want to be.
I'd rather my mother's love. Well, that's not an option. Take the fucking toga.
And they send Scipio's grandson and an army of like 200,000 to Carthage, and Carthage is just a small city now.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, "Fuck, really, guys?" And so Carthage rebuilds their navy and like starts trying to attack the Romans. They lose twice. The Romans surround Carthage.
It's a bad start.
They blockade Carthage. They build
Blockades are never good.
No, they build what's called a mole. It's spelled like the animal or that delicious Mexican mole sauce. But what it does basically is it's just like, like there's like a harbor, and they just built a hill so that ships couldn't go into the harbor. And
rudimentary, but it gets the job done.
yeah, exactly. But you don't get any food anymore.
Throw a bunch of shit in there so they can't pass.
Exactly.
Smart.
Yeah. And so then the Romans were like, "All right, time to negotiate, guys." And the Carthaginians like, "Oh, fine. What do you want?" And they go, "We want you to hand over all of your instruments of war." So the Carthaginians handed over like 200,000 sets of armor, swords, 2,000 catapults, a bunch of their warships.
I mean, think about how much stuff that is. Like, where did they put all that stuff?
Yeah, they
could have.
they sent it back to Rome and smelted it and made their own armor and stuff like that. They just did a new paint job, and they're like, "This is a Roman ship now."
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And then they were like, "All right, we did it. Can you all go home now? Can we just? We're sorry." And then the Romans go, "No,
What?
no, we're not going home now. You need to destroy your city. You need to burn your city to
Burn your own house.
Yeah, exactly.
Do it while I watch.
Burn your own city to the ground, and then move 10 miles inland, even though y'all are a seafaring people." 10 miles was a long time.
That's a long time for port folks.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Burn it to the ground, and then you can build a new city.
Then burn that one to the ground. Then 10 miles over. It's going to take a while.
Russian nesting doll their own homes.
Just because we think it's funny. Go.
And then they go, "Fuck that, we're not doing it." And they go,
Well, I mean, you just gave us your armor.
yeah. And they go, "Okay, the Carthaginians then hide inside their walls. They're like, all right, I guess we have to fucking do this. They were able to withstand a siege for 3 years.
3 years?
Yeah.
That's way longer than I thought you were gonna say.
Dude, yeah, no, they like without
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, the walls were huge for Carthage. They started.
Were they still blockaded?
Yeah.
They had 3 years worth of food. Well, I
So
guess.
this is they had stored food, and because there was a
Because I'm thinking like in city terms.
Yeah.
Like, no, we had all of our shit here.
Yeah.
This is where we live,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
our families for generations. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, cities were different. Like supply lines and logistics were a lot different back in the day.
Yeah.
And so they held out for 3 years. They would do these.
No armor.
They had some left, but like
Imagine
this is
how
just,
long they could have held out if they kept their armor.
Well, that's the thing is if you're hiding behind the walls, you don't really need the armor,
That's a
right?
good
But if you have to go out and fight,
a good point.
kind of fucked.
Yeah.
And so
We're
they
just gonna live here. This is where we lived anyway.
yeah. So they held out. They held out for 3 years. They would do night raids on the Romans. The Romans, there was a bunch of diseases that went through the Romans because it was kind of near a marsh. So luckily the Romans got sick.
Luckily, whose side are you? No, I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
Well, you see how this ends, and then you feel bad for the Carthaginians. And the Romans kind of got sick for a little while. One of Hannibal's, I think, grandsons did this cool thing where he would just torture captured Romans on the walls. Stuff like that.
Fun stuff.
Yeah, cool stuff like that. The Romans finally get in.
Patient. The patient folk. That is a long time trying to get in a fucking wall.
Yeah. So there are different estimates for how big the city of Carthage was at the time. They were thinking close to 300,000 people lived there.
Like in Iceland.
Like Memphis.
Iceland, too.
Yeah, Iceland and Memphis. Yeah. But inside
They're
of
very
one,
similar.
Yeah, inside of one tiny city, the Romans kill everyone except for 50,000 children and women who they sell into slavery. They then destroy the walls of Carthage. They literally break down all of the walls.
That's just their pent-up anger. Like,
Yeah.
you motherfuckers.
This is
3 fucking years.
It's like a Sopranos thing, like Tony only gets mad if he has to run,
Or if someone hurts a cat.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you hurt that puppy's feelings?
Yeah, exactly.
Now go kill that whore.
Yeah.
That person.
Right, exactly. They sell 50,000 women and children into slavery, and then they literally. Well, this is actually up for debate. A lot of people think that this is a 19th century invention, just because they sowed their fields with salt. So they got a bunch of salt, and they were like, "Never shall anything grow here ever
That's
again."
the lamest bullshit. Yeah, that's so nerdy to me. Now you can't grow. No more corn. Fuck yourself, piece of shit.
Yep.
You did all that like slaughtering, and then you like busted out salt.
And then, yeah.
How'd you
exactly.
feel? Did you feel stupid? You
Yeah.
probably looked dumb as shit.
Like dumb as shit.
Or armored.
Yeah, just like, God, I thought I was a soldier. Now I'm a reverse farmer.
That's what-
I
of
am not
course-
trying to grow anything ever again.
Of course, they use like I was picturing like a guy with a bag, like with it, like trying to keep his armor up.
Yeah. I pulled bullshit duty today, Vinny.
His feathers flipping around.
Yeah. And so that is the end of Carthage as a
As the world knew it.
people.
As a people.
Yeah.
Oh,
No one says they're Carthaginian anymore.
That's true. Oh, I bet some dude in a cape does.
Yeah.
He works at the magic store.
Dude, he definitely does.
The Magic Cauldron.
This episode brought to you by the Magic
The
Cauldron.
Magic Cauldron.
Yeah, so that's the end of the Punic Wars.
Again, there's some episodes where we're like, who won? But then there's some episodes like the people disappeared. All right, well, that's pretty clear.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that is exactly it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the people disappeared. Yeah, that's they're no longer a people. I guess
Who's their closest? Like, what's their?
Well, Tunisia is still
Okay.
a place.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, like the main city of Tunisia called Tunis, which real creative.
Yeah. Houston, Texas
Yeah,
over here.
exactly. I've been thinking, man, America's really funny with naming.
God
But
damn.
yeah. So basically, like Carthage, the old ruins of Carthage, which is like they're these beautiful old ruins. They're like 20 miles away from the modern day Tunis. So they're like basically in like Cyprus, you know, like
okay.
So they're like a suburb of the modern city.
Oh, you were talking about Cyprus here. I was thinking the country.
The country. Yeah.
I was like, I don't get it, but all right.
Yeah.
I just rolled with it.
Yeah.
I don't get the Cyprus
Right.
reference.
Talk about
Now I
Houston.
do.
I'm talking about Houston suburbs.
Houston
Yeah,
suburbs.
yeah.
I'm tracking with you.
If
now.
I can do Memphis suburbs, it'd be Cordova. Does that
Okay.
help? No.
I knew a guy with last name Cordova.
Yeah, that's a beautiful Spanish last name. Cordova.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
That sounds a powerful brand.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
cigars. They sound like significant cigars.
That does that. Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Please.
are those Cordovas?
You discuss business with the Cordova.
with the Cordova.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so I don't
Cordova's the black label. We'll get this deal done.
Yep.
We'll make people's lives worse, but
Right.
ours better. That's the sort of cigar.
Throw it
they
in the
are.
river. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I think it's pretty obvious who won that one.
Yeah.
If it makes anyone feel any better, Nova Cartagena was built by Caesar. There was a new city called New Carthage, you know.
Why would that make anyone feel better?
I don't know.
Like a tribute city. Fine. My people are still dead.
yeah. We're all dead. So thanks.
Who's
dude.
gonna enjoy this? Not our folk.
Yep.
Port folk.
Thanks, bud. Yeah. So I think it's pretty obvious who won that one.
Hashtag RIP Port folk.
R.I.P. Fort folk. Yeah. Sea folk. It's so dangerous with pirates. Yeah.
Sea folk. It's a dangerous lifestyle
Yeah,
for
exactly.
a variety of reasons.
Storms.
Romans.
Yeah. Louisiana.
Just in general.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's who won.
Yeah.
The people that still, exist.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Next thing.
Hat word of the day. This is the hat word of the day.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Now it is time for our hat word of the day.
Hat word of the day.
Thank you, German lady. Really appreciate that one. Today's hat word is zucchetto.
Nice.
Yeah?
I don't know what it means, but it sounds
Oh, it's
familial.
Yeah, no, it's the ecclesiastical skull cap that Catholic people wear. It's like a
Oh.
dude, it's like a Catholic yarmulke.
Oh, that's what that's called?
Yeah.
What's it? Run it by me again.
It's called Zucchetto. Zucchetto.
Okay.
I am
Nice.
very southern.
Yeah. I don't want to like it's better if you just fuck it up.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, "Oh, this guy's fucking it up over here." And
Mozzarella.
and then I say it, and then I fuck it up. And then the Italians fuck it up. I don't know.
Yeah.
So,
dude, fun fact. Well, I know the Italians. They love color coordinating too.
Yes.
Dude. So the black zucchetto, that's just for regular old priests. The purple one's for bishops.
okay.
Red ones are for cardinals, and
Ooh.
white zucchetto, that's for Big
Pope.
Papa Pope.
That's
There we
okay.
go.
They got the colors.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Okay, that's a hell of a fact.
Yeah.
I never knew what the fuck that was. It always confused me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. It looks like but bigger. I don't
exactly.
get it.
Yeah, no, it's.
I didn't want to ask
because
because I didn't want like the answer.
Right.
You know what I mean? but
because it's one of those long meandering
Yeah, I don't-
answers. Like, well, we started
yeah,
wearing.
never
them. Yeah.
mind. Never mind.
Yeah. So that's our hat word of the day, and
Dope.
yeah, that's a fun one.
Yeah. I've seen those, in church.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Nobody's dominate. All right.
Yeah.
Watch out, here they come, and they're coming fast. It's time for silly facts from the past. Silly facts from the past.
This is Silly Facts from the Past. This is where we tell you silly facts from the time period we're talking about. What you got, Will?
So this is a really long time period because it was a 100
yeah.
year. It was a 100-year war. But I was just gonna kind of stick to the Second Punic War on this one. In 146, Rome also conquered Greece. So they were just fighting so many.
Just nonstop.
Just nonstop. They won the Battle of Corinth against the Southern Greek League. I don't know. It's just
The Southern Greek League?
Yeah, it was called something that I forgot to write
Sounds like
down.
a bowling league.
Dude, people are gonna be so mad at me because they're gonna be like, it's the goddamn. It's something about Achilles. I don't remember. But yeah, so the Romans conquered Greece.
Not a lot of facts in this fact.
Yeah. The Romans conquered Greece in 146. I know that.
Okay.
I know that for a fact. Also, Sima Quan, the father of Chinese history, was born. He wrote a really great book called The Great Imperial Histories.
Nice.
It was the first truly comprehensive historical novel
Nice.
in ancient China.
Okay.
And
Because
one-
you said his name like I should know it, and then
No.
I was like,
No, he's like here's something for the deep history guys. He's
Okay.
he's like the Herodotus of the East.
I bet that was awesome.
Yeah.
I bet like you know it like if you get something really obscure, you're like that was fucking amazing.
someone's driving in their Ford
You're like,
Focus and they're like, fucking
Hell yeah.
that was a perfect analogy. Well,
pull over, text that to your buddy.
yeah. And then in the final one, in Ireland they found the Corlea track, which was like the first roads that they found in Ireland. It was in it was roads made out of oak planks, and because it was built to get over those.
So drunk driving is as old as roads.
Yeah, in Ireland. Yep. They were going through bogs and marshes.
Like that's why we made the roads.
Yeah, exactly.
They just went from bar to bar. They didn't even go to houses.
Exactly. So that was fun. They were made of oak, and they were made of sturdy oak. And so that was just there were roads in Ireland. At the time when the Romans were fucking around.
They were invading places. They were like building solid ass roads to last.
Yeah, exactly.
Different priorities.
Right. There you go. Yeah. So those are my historical facts from around the time period.
Nice. We learned a lot.
I think
Thank
so.
you, William.
No problem.
And now it's time for
Lead bits, lead bits, lead bits, lead bits. Lead bits.
This is where we make fun of hats.
Thank you, British guy. This is Lid Bits. This is where we make fun of the hats we've been talking about. And today our guest is one of my favorite people in the whole world, Albert DeLeon.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Before we get started, Albert, I remember before I'd moved to Houston, I saw you on stage one night. You just go, I don't know, man. Space is so goddamn big. It made me pee myself laughing.
Whoa, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Albert's the best.
Yeah. Today we were talking about the Punic Wars between Carthage and Rome, and it was a couple hundred years. It was a big fight in the Mediterranean, 2,000 years ago ish. And now we're gonna make fun of their hats. So that right there is a Carthaginian captain's hat, which wow, I don't see the functionality in that bad boy.
What? I don't know what. What is that?
Yeah, it's like what are we looking at?
I see copper.
Yes. Yeah. So there's
Copper
a
heavy.
copper base, and then some sort of it looks like one of the Mutant
Yeah.
Ninja Turtles
what I was
weapons
thinking.
on the top.
Yeah, a sigh.
With
Yeah.
with hair or a wig on it or
Exactly. Looked like an Asai got into a fight in a wig shop.
Yeah,
And
just
then-
like rolled around in the dirt with some sighs and wigs.
Yeah.
so this I guess what they were gonna kill people with it headbutt them in the balls or
It's
something.
like rhinoceros like.
Yeah, rhinoceros.
Rhinoceros.
Yeah.
What did I say?
Wow.
and then but it's got the ear protection I guess.
Yeah. So you can't get wet willied.
Right. No face protection though. Just
No.
the ears.
Yeah.
So you're getting stabbed in the eyeballs, but your ears are gonna be fantastic.
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't block the sun either. It's really not very functional.
No, I don't. It seems more presentational.
It's
to me.
definitely attracting lightning too, right? Like you're gonna turn into a
It looks like Tesla's
glow in
invention.
Yeah.
glow in the
exactly.
dark
Yeah.
night or whatever.
Can you flip that way on that bad boy?
There we go.
Yeah, so this is a fun Roman hat. It looks kind of similar, but without all the ostentation.
Jesus Christ.
That also looks like a Ninja Turtles villain helmet, you know? They're like the guys that fought the Ninja Turtles.
Oh, the Foot Patrol?
Yes.
Yeah, just.
This is it looks like they're ugly too. These are ugly hats.
They haven't aged well. They're a couple thousand years old, so they may have oxidized a little bit. But I don't know. It looks like it could be in an opera at some point. You know? Yeah.
It might be cool in an opera, but I guess if you took the hat off, you can use those ear guards as a knife,
Oh, you're thinking it's detachable?
Yeah, no, just like slice, like just cut someone with the.
Yeah.
I'm feeling really anime right now. Yeah, if you flip them out, you can just like sprint forward with people and try to cut them.
Yeah, like they're
stuff.
swangers
Yeah,
on cars.
Scrapers.
Yeah.
That looks like a stick, right? No.
Yeah.
It looks
Oh
like
yeah.
or a vine or something.
Mm-hmm.
Just not good.
Not good. Ugly.
It is
Just
very ugly and unnecessary.
That's your critique. Not good.
I don't like it.
And then you can flip one more, and this is another. Yeah, see, these are all like Roman style hats. That one has a nice neck guard.
This one's fancy. This
Yeah.
one, this belonged to, I don't know, a chief. That's not the word for it.
Yeah, a centurion, if you will,
Yeah.
part of the triarii.
It kind of looks like a, penis a little bit. Penis head.
Giving you dick vibes.
Smooth penis head
There you go. Yeah,
with nice medieval condom looking thing. I don't know.
But
What's that
ancient
back?
gym-
That little look like kind of
Your neck.
backwards cap,
yeah.
Yeah.
possibly style that they're a little bit ahead of their time there.
Oh, you think that's just style?
Yeah, that's a
Hey, okay. I didn't consider. Yeah, because really,
or a wing, some sort of wing if they want to like jump off.
some winged device.
Yeah,
Some,
this is a BC fuckboy up in here. Just put his back backwards cap.
And these like is that an eye symbol, a closed eye,
Yeah.
or something? I don't know what that is.
He's like, no, bro, it's pussy.
Actually, that's what it
that's-
what it looks like. Two pussy eyes. But I'm still seeing a smooth, nice, clean dick right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The Romans didn't circumcise, so they actually made fun of people for circumcising.
Oh.
That's just a fun fact.
So this
Okay.
didn't look like.
Fun fact for the bathhouse. All right. Well, yeah, that's Lidbits. Albert, where can we find you on social media?
Albert DeLeon live on Instagram. I will start there. Definitely, follow me on Instagram, please.
Awesome.
Follow Albert and go see him anytime he's anywhere by you. He's a fantastic comedian.
And Booze and News, does that come out once a week ish?
We do it Sundays at 8. We do an interview with a comedian or someone interesting, and then Wednesdays we go live on Twitch at 8.
Nice.
Nice, and that's where has Booze and News.
Yeah, Booze and News, all booze and then and then news.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much, Albert.
Yeah,
Really
thanks for
appreciate
having
you.
me.
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is shout out time right now. Shout outs is where I usually give a shout out to a teacher that influenced me in my intellectual growth. Nick doesn't remember a lot of his teachers, so, we keep it loose. This shout out goes to Miss Duveau, my PE coach in elementary school. She had a buzz cut. She was the first lady that I do. She had a girlfriend, and she admitted it, and that was
Nice.
pretty neat. I called her
Yeah.
when I was in second grade. I called her Mr. Duveau accidentally, and she was just like,
I bet she was cool with it.
yeah, she was cool. Yeah, she was a cool lady. Just doing
Nice.
cool shit. And so shout out to you for opening my mind to gay stuff.
That's what you meant to him. Yeah, it was a beautiful memory that tapered off.
Sorry for going for the punchline, Miss Duveau. Thank you for opening my mind to realms
No.
of sexuality.
No.
Nope. We're
Nope.
cutting this part.
Nope. My shout out again. Don't remember any teachers. A few. I think I really gone through all of the teachers I remember.
Yeah.
But shout out to this website ASOS, ASOS.com. They have some cool clothes and I got some necklaces or some shit.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Nice
Stuff.
Right.
And I think you know what I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's
Without saying.
I mean,
We know.
this wouldn't even be here.
Yeah, we couldn't.
I mean,
Couldn't do
why, we wouldn't even think of it.
No.
Without the love and support
Of
the Hat Shop
of
San Diego,
established.
1980.
Hat Shop San Diego. They have, first off, they sell fantastic hats, and they have,
I'd assume.
oh my God, and the historical resources that they have. They have
buddy.
all sorts of pictures going about hats throughout the centuries. Do you want to learn about 17th century French hats? You should go visit their website.
Hey, they got content for days.
They got content for days.
I don't even know where they get it. Who does that?
An awesome dude.
I know. This is like somebody's job where he's like, no, I'm doing this in my spare time.
Right.
That's dope either way. And we love them
Yep.
so much.
So much.
Can't be put into words, but we put it into words a lot. Like uncomfortably.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right. Well,
Thank
that's
you.
everyone. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
What's going on, everybody? This is Silly Hats. Remember, guys, we are working on the internet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so you should like and subscribe to
Yeah. So, on all the things, we're on Twitch, YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, all that stuff,
Mhm.
and sillyhatspodcast.com. So, and on all the social media and all that. So, follow us, tell a friend, subscribe
yeah.
on wherever you listen. Oh, yeah, actually, I've been meaning to say this. If you're just listening to this on a thing, like on iTunes or something like that, this is a video podcast. Also, there's a nice video. I spent a lot of goddamn time on the
Yeah, you
editing.
did.
So
Yeah, you did.
at least watch it one time.
Right.
Just
right.
for a couple minutes. There's
Yeah.
little pop-ups. There's added shit. If
Yeah.
you're just listening to it, give it a watch sometime.
Yeah, definitely. And if you're just listening on audio, just know that I'm extremely handsome. and
Yeah.
really pretty.
Dick for days. It's
Dick-
exposed.
It's exposed every time in the video. We keep getting it taken down from
we
YouTube.
try not to.
Yeah.
It's too large.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And last thing, shout out to the Whiskey Brothers for putting all of this on. And
Lovely Whiskey Brothers Studio.
Yep.
We record in.
Yeah.
And where could the nice folks find you personally, William?
They can find me on William Lynn Loden Jr. at Facebook.com. They can find me at Will_Loden on Instagram. And they can find me at gunsandliquor.com to find out my local comedy dates or my regional comedy dates.
Yeah.
I've realized that I'm good enough to get booked in exotic places, but not during the right season. You know, it's just like,
Hey, it's a start.
you want to do July outdoor show in July in Las Vegas? Huh? Does that sound nice? You want to go to Chicago in January? Huh?
Request us in your city.
Yeah. Nick, where can we find you?
You can find me at Nick Hates People on everything and nickhatespeople.com for dates, merch, stuff like that. And, yeah. The most important thing is please tell somebody about this show. We put a lot of work into it. Tell somebody, subscribe, all that shit.
do. Yep.
And, yeah, try mushrooms. I think that's it.
Yeah.
That's all.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, for our first two-parter.
Yeah.
That was our first
That was
two-parter.
our first two-parter.
We did it together, gang.
Yeah.
I think we came out the other end.
Yeah. No more one-night stands for us.
No.
Well, we're going to have a lot more.
Next time. Yeah, no, mostly.
Mostly.
All right, so yeah, next time another episode. Bye.
Bye.
That concludes this episode of Silly Hats. Thank you for tuning into our program. Created by Will Loden and Nick Palermo. Hosted by Will Loden and Nick Palermo. Researched by Will Loden. Audio and video editing by Nick Palermo. Video recording and additional video support, Slade Ham and Jerry Wayne Longmire. Brought to you by the Whiskey Brothers Network. Recorded at the Whiskey Brothers Studio. Featuring comedians Albert DeLeon. Special thanks to the Houston Public Library and the Village Hat Shop of San Diego, California since 1980. Follow Silly Hats podcast on all forms of social media at Silly Hats Podcast. For a full bibliography, follow us on Instagram. We'd like to especially thank the Whiskey Brothers for their support. Drink up, chaps.